What's up, YouTube, and welcome to Dad's Garage, Dilworth's automotive detailing channel. Welcome, and I hope you enjoy the show. Alright, everybody, welcome to Dad's Garage. Brief introduction. You can tell I like F-bodies. I call this a detailing channel, but really it's a mix of everything. So this project is something I've been looking forward to doing for a long time, putting a two-post lift in. It's something, when we bought the house, it's something I really wanted to do, and as you can see, the garage is filled up and I'm out of space. So here's what the upstairs looked like before we started cutting. I had to remove a 10-foot wide by 20-foot long hole in the floor. So you can see here what that floor looked like. I spoke to the building engineers ahead of time to make sure that removing this wasn't going to be a big deal. So we just laid it out, kind of started cutting and peeled back the layers a little by little. The goal here was to raise the ceiling height. The overall height of the lift was 13 foot, so we raised the ceiling to accommodate about 16 foot. So we took those joists, cut them apart, and then lifted them up. At first I thought this was something I was going to do by myself, so I was going to have to winch them up, but got some help from some real good friends, so we were able to scrap the winch idea and then just lift them into place. So here you can see lifting those beams into place, kind of making sure it's plumb, and little by little, just getting after it a couple nights at a time. We were able to get it all taken care of on Christmas break. With a project like this, it's more about just taking your time and trying to do everything as correct as you can. I'm not a carpenter, so this was a big project for me, but with the tools and with a little bit of help and a little bit of want to, you can kind of do anything. So here's the floor all peeled back. The ceiling has been raised. Eventually I'm going to put some flooring back on that, box this in so that the upstairs is still usable for storage. That's about all it ever was anyway. Taking a break to look at all the work we did, and then kind of preparing for what's to come with putting the lift into place. So I bought a BendPak Grand Prix GP7 series lift. Due to the narrow footprint of my concrete, I felt that that was the best lift for the space that I had. I like to work on all types of cars and trucks, but the biggest truck I'll probably ever do would be a 1500, half-ton truck. So that lift will more than do what I want to do. So it was about creating the space and getting ready to set the lift into place. Again, we just kind of took our time, marked out where the lift was going to sit, put the first column into place, and then just kind of follow the directions from there and making sure the columns were plumb, forward, backwards, making sure they were aligned across the two columns, doing all that before we started drilling. After drilling and getting them set into place, the biggest thing with this lift was getting the overhead part into place, because with the GP7, the hydraulic cylinder is in the top part of the lift. So we had to winch that up into place. It weighs probably, somebody said 250 pounds. I would say it was probably 300, 350. It was heavy. But once we got it up into place, got it bolted in, started routing the cables, the rest of it went together pretty quick. Then it, running the power, tightening up the hydraulics, over the course of, I think, a month in total, working out at a Saturday at a time or a couple hours in the evening after the kids go to bed. But it was well worth it. Hear the little man, little smile on his face, excited for all the activities to come. But the rest is just kind of an overview. You can see all the work that went into it, but it was definitely a great feeling to be able to lift a car for the first time in my own shop. So enjoy the rest, and thanks for stopping by.